All right. Trying server number 3 this time. I'm back. Okay, good. Well, let's hope it sticks this time. Okay. So anyway, yeah, let's get started. No more intros. Let's do a giveaway before this thing crashes again, okay? Let's see here. So, we're going to start off with a giveaway from Alice in Vapeland. It's a gift certificate from Alice in Vapeland for, hold on, an amount of money that's enough to purchase a 15 milliliter dripper bottle, or I'm sorry, 15 milliliter glass bottle or an 18 milliliter dripper bottle, plus cover shipping within the U.S. So obviously you can apply it to a larger purchase if you want to, but that is what it will cover. So I am going to pull a list of people in the room, and I appreciate all of you that have been hanging out through the BS so far with Vaughn today. And let's see what we got. And don't forget, I need the winner to confirm in chat, please, if you do want the prize. If not, it'll get passed on to the next person. So let's see what we got. Randomize. And the winner is Vapin' Devil. Vapin' Devil, let me get a confirmation from you if you want the gift certificate from Alice in Vapeland. Let me know. All right. Congratulations. Give me 1 second. I am going to send you a message. With my email address. Here it comes. All you need to do is send me an email, and if you could put the subject as Alice in Vapeland win, that would be fantastic. And what I'll do is I'll send it on to Alice in Vapeland, and they will send you a gift certificate code before next Wednesday when they open for business for the week. So congratulations, and let's start getting into mod news. Let's see here. So, first up, this is the Orochi, or Orochi, by Rye Vapes and House of Vapors. So, this is going to be exclusively sold through House of Vapors in the Philippines. It's the mod, that's a K-Fun on top of it. Let me give you the link here for Rye Vapes. Go. So this is a 304 stainless steel, 22 millimeter diameter mechanical mod. It's available, actually I think it's segmented and you can fit either an 18350 or an 18650 battery, or it might be available in those two sizes. I'm actually not 100% sure. It has battery ventilation holes, lock ring, typical mechanical mod stuff. So, jury's out on this guy. It's really going to depend on how it performs, whether, obviously, I can recommend it personally. So it looks pretty cool, though. It might be kind of tough to get since they're only available from House of Vapors, which is in the Philippines, but apparently you can call them and order over the phone. So if it's something, excuse me, if it's something that you're interested in, check them out on Facebook, and you can get their number there and contact them. So. All right, let's see. Next up, so this is pretty funny, actually. This is not really mod news so much as it's just ridiculous, and I wanted to share this with you guys. So, I'm not sure if you heard the news, but recently the most expensive e-cigarette ever made was sold. And you can see it in the picture. I personally think it looks like a piece of crap, but it was actually over 800,000 from what I understand, although I've seen different reports. So in some places I saw that it was 800,000 US. Some other places I saw that it was over 2 million US in total. So I'm not sure. It's totally ridiculous, though. It was purchased by a billionaire in Russia, apparently. It's got 246 2-carat diamonds, 46 Swarovski crystals, a 6-carat oval diamond inset in the drip tip, and the body is 24-carat gold, and the rest is Murano glass. And it appears to be a ego, and it appears to have a piece of crap clearomizer on top. So what I want to know is what he does when the coil burns out. So anyway, like I said, the price, I've seen a number of different reports on the price. Some say $500,000 British pound. I also saw 1.5 million British pounds for the total cost, so it's kind of all over the place. Either way, it's ridiculous. So yeah, and I'm gonna link the list for you guys in case you want to buy one. Just kidding. All right, let's see. Let me move on here. Next up, this guy is the Silverback from Vicious Ant and Planet of the Vapes. So this is actually a joint effort between Vicious Ant and Planet of the Vapes. I don't have much information on this guy yet. All that I've seen is a Facebook post and a picture, and that's about it. But it's a pretty nice looking mechanical mod if it looks like that photo. I'm not sure, that may be just a render, but if it looks like that, then you know, looks pretty pimp, I have to say. So here's the link if you want to keep an eye on that for information about the Silverback. But that's going to be coming, I would imagine, fairly soon. I don't know, though. I don't know. Like I said, there hasn't been any information released. So, but that's the Silverback by Vicious Ant and Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Vapes. Sorry. Let's see what we have next. Next up, this guy is from Electric Angel. This device is called the Nebula. Let me get you a link real quick. There you go. There is a pre-order going right now, so if you're interested in getting one of these, and it looks like a pretty cool Jenny, or looks like a pretty cool device, I recommend that you sign up for the pre-order. So it's €109. That's the link that I just posted. Also, obviously, you can see the link below me here, but basically it's an airflow control Genesis style device, from what I understand. This is straight from EA about the Nebula, not EA Sports, but Electric Angel. It's manufactured using the same precision as the EA mod, same high quality stainless steel which is used for the tank. The body is turned from one solid piece of steel, so there's no loose components, making the tank extremely durable. All conducting parts are made of brass to ensure the best electrical contact possible. The mesh of the tank is separated from the body, enabling the use of untreated mesh, which means that the wick hole is insulated. And the tank has 3 different size air holes. So the air holes allow for adjustable airflow control. You can choose between 1 millimeter, 1.2 millimeter, and 1.6 millimeter. So you can do really tight draw, standard draw, loose draw, which I think they did a good job picking the sizes for the 3 options there, actually. And the glass is borosilicate, which is of course highly durable and is not going to be damaged by any of the acidic juices available, and it holds 4 milliliters of juice, and it's 22 millimeters wide, and obviously it has a standard 510 connection. And you can get spare parts for it as well, including extra tanks. So looks pretty cool. Price is pretty reasonable for a high-end device. I may actually try to pick one of these up to review on the show in the near future. So that is the Nebula by Electric Angel. Not all brass has lead, Aussie. A naval brass does not have lead. I'm not sure what they use inside there, but hopefully it's the naval variety. Let's see. Next up we have this. So this is crazy. We got a couple crazy things to talk about in mod news this week. I could not talk about this. So Lotus Vaping Technologies is coming out with a vape case. The vape case is, ready for it? It's going to be a case for the iPhone and popular Samsung Android devices that is also a e-cigarette. So it'll be basically, that'll connect to the back of your phone and also be a case that protects your phone and also be a variable voltage e-cigarette with a 2000 mAh 3.7 volt lithium ion battery pack, 5-stage variable voltage. It's got an LED array battery level indicator. It has a firing LED light as well, and it has a mini USB charging port. So yeah, that was kind of my thought on it too, was getting juice all over your I mean, not that I would use, I wouldn't use this thing anyway, but you know, if somebody is interested in something like this, juice all over the phone, I mean, I can't even imagine. Putting one of these on your phone probably immediately voids the warranty of your phone. I don't know. It's kind of a neat idea though. So even though it is not for me, so yeah. I mean, I guess the idea behind it was just it makes it so that you have one less gadget to carry, which I get. That makes sense. I certainly wouldn't want to put a dripper on there though. So. Let's see. Anywho, that is the vape case by Lotus Vaping Technologies. It's not, so I linked the site. It's not on the site yet, but it will be soon. From what I understand, I think the iPhone 5 version's coming out first, and then they're also going to do one for the 4, the Galaxy S4 and the Galaxy Note 3, so, and a couple other phones. So. Anywho, next up we have something that is up on UKV. So this has actually been up on UK Vapors for a while, but I guess fairly recently the mod maker decided to produce multiples of these. It was originally designed or originally made back in March of this year. It's called the Shield by Needleworks. And when he originally made it, he wanted to make a box mod that was specifically for his K-Fun 3.1. And since then there was demand for it, so he actually did a batch of these, and there's talk that he's going to be doing a second batch. Looks to me basically like a giant micro stick, kind of, obviously with the firing button in a different position. From what I've read, well, let me just give you the information that he posted on UK Vapors with, and this is back in March when he initially made this. So at the weekend I found a lump of billet in the depths of my man cave, so set about making a mod to stick my K-Fun on. It takes one 18650 and the battery goes in from the top after removing the machine plug. I decided to make the plug flush with the top to give it a cleaner look. The bottom of the mod has a cover which can be unscrewed should I ever need to get into the switch. The Addy connector can also be removed by unscrewing the small grub screw just above the switch. This mod was designed specifically for the K-Fun 3.1. I don't know about any other Addies, but can tell you that if they are 23.1 millimeters in diameter or less, they will certainly fit through the top hole. However, to look good, they would need to be at least 50 millimeters in height. Any less and they will look as though they are too low. It also has a color-changing LED halfway up the mod between the battery compartment and the Addy. This now lights up the clear tank from red to green to blue, and looks great in the dark apparently. So that is the information about this little guy, and I'm going to give you guys a link here. I looked through the thread. Hopefully I'm back. I looked through the thread again earlier this week, and I didn't see too much information in there. I didn't read through the whole thing. It's a very, very long thread. You're welcome to read it. Here's the link. But it looks pretty cool. I'm not a big K-Fun guy. I like the K-Fun. It's not my favorite device. I'm more of a Genesis person personally, but I think it has its place for certain flavor juices. But it's a cool idea. A little bulky. I like the concept of the micro stick a little better personally, but it looks cool. So I may, see if I can get my hands on one from the second batch. We'll see. How we doing now? Back? We looking good? Yes, alright. I've actually tried every server, even the one in Germany. So, it's really getting incredibly frustrating, and I'm sure it's annoying the hell out of you guys. Let me assure you that it's even more annoying for me. But anywho, let's move on. So anyway, that's the Shield by Needleworks. Hopefully he does a second batch. And no, this is not a common occurrence, actually. We had a little bit of issue on the last show, but I mean, I haven't had lag issues, and I've been doing this show for almost a year now. So it's incredibly frustrating, though, and I am going to try to talk the people that run my network into maybe looking into some different options other than Vaughn Live, because this is really ticking me off. So let's see. Let's move on. We'll do another giveaway. We're going to do two back-to-back, actually. So first one, we're going to do a giveaway from Vapor Craze. And yes, I know it says Vapetoberfest over my head, and that's already happened, but they'll be giving me a new banner for the next show, so... let's see. So what we're going to do is give away 4 15 milliliter bottles of juice. You get to pick the nicotine. The flavors are randomly selected. So, but 60 milliliters of juice, that's pretty damn good. So let's see here. Let me do a refresh, see what we got in the room. I can't believe there's 100 people in the room despite all the crap. Thank you guys for hanging on. I appreciate it. Let's see what we got here. Hey, and Norway is the winner. Congratulations, Norway. Unless you don't want the 60 milliliters of juice from Vapor Craze, you can pass. But give me a confirmation, please, in chat if you would like the juice. Alright, I'm guessing by the wow that Norway wants the juice. Congratulations, Norway. I am going to send you a message in chat with my email address. All you need to do is send me an email with the subject Vapor Craze win, and I just need your shipping address, and I also need your nicotine level, please. And here comes my email. There you go, congratulations. So let's do another giveaway. I think we're doing back-to-back here. Yep, we're going to do another giveaway. This one is from RTD Vapor, the go-to place for batteries and chargers, if you're not familiar, for the new vapors in the room. RTDvapor.com. Check it out. Let's see. The giveaway tonight. Now this one's interesting. So it's going to be 2 MNKE batteries, which are really good for rebuildables. They have a very high amp limit. But you get to pick whether you want 18650 or 26,650 batteries. So whoever wins the batteries is going to get to pick which size they want. Let's see here. Let me reset. And Strike is the winner. Congratulations, Strike, unless you don't want the batteries. A 26,650 is this. That's a 26,650. That's an 18,650 next to it. They are designed for wide mods, or wide mods are designed to take that battery. It's big. So, yes, the Shockwave takes it. All right, Strike says yay. All right, so Strike, what I need you to do, I'm going to send you a message in chat with my email address. I need you to send me your shipping address, and I also need you to tell me in the email whether you want 18,650s or 26,650s. So please let me know in the email which one you want. Here comes my email address. If you could just send it to me with subject RTD Vapor Win, that would be great. So shipping address and which size battery you want. And there's my email. So let's see here. We are going to talk about Vape Mail real quick. And I'm going to try to not speed through the show, but I'm going to move through a little quicker than usual maybe so we can catch up a little bit since we're running way over. So, Vape Mail. I've got quite a bit, obviously, because it's been a couple weeks since the show. So, oh, good. That's great, Strike. I'm glad you won. So, a few things to talk about. First off, we have the Romulus hybrid. Pretty interesting hybrid. It's a big guy. It is segmented though, so you can use different size battery tubes, or different size batteries rather. Looks pretty interesting. It's got pretty cool design on the top cap there. So you have dual airflow, and it's got airflow control. And also underneath the cap, you have the ability to hold on, it's on there nice and snug, which is actually a good thing. You have a little removable wedge that will decrease the chamber size for a single coil setup, and then you can remove that for a dual coil setup. And as you can see on the inside here, it's got a very, very small chamber. That wedge takes up about half of it, so pretty cool. I'm excited to try this little guy out. Yeah, the slotted holes are pretty interesting. So, and it really snaps on there snug too, and it seems to be very well made. I haven't put a battery in it and test fired it yet, but it looks pretty good. So, promise. This guy here, which I'm actually pretty stoked about. This is the Valkyrie Dripper Hybrid from Vicious Ant. We'll be reviewing this on the show very soon. Very nice looking. Really like the curves on this. It's got single and dual airflow. It can set it up with anything from 1 to 4 coils. Really like the lock mechanism on this too. The entire base actually turns, which is pretty cool. And you get your little firing button, and you turn the whole base and it locks. So pretty neat. Then we have this guy that we'll talk about on the show. This is the Doc Dave iHybrid Mods Pure Collaboration. This was an atomizer designed by Doc Dave and mod designed by iHybrid Mods. So pretty cool. It's got the dual stacked air holes like the Bliss. So we'll have to fire this bad boy up soon too. So that looks fun. Also, this is one that I'm not going to review, but I'm going to show it off anyway because I really like this. You guys remember how much I like the Templar. This is the brass version. So, me likey. And then this guy that I'm actually really excited about and happy with. This is the Atomo V2, which has a couple small differences from the V1, which I already reviewed. The main one is that it has a lock ring. And that's the 360 sitting on top, which is the Genesis style atomizer from the same modder. And you guys remember how much I loved the original, or the Atomo V1.1. The only issue I had with it was that when I put it inside my mod stand that has felt in the base, the throw on it is so short, and the button and the fire mechanism is flush with the base, that it would actually fire on its own. But now it's got a lock ring, so that won't happen, which makes this, you know, close to perfect for me. So looks really nice too. We'll talk about that. I probably won't do a full review of the Atomo just because there's not really a whole lot of difference between the last version and this version, but I will review the 360. And then we have one that came in some beautiful packaging, I must say. I haven't fired this guy up yet, but this is the Mirandus from Circle of Mod. This is the 18350 version. I've got the other tubes for it as well, so I got the 500 and the 650 tubes too. So we'll see. The lock ring feels a little flimsy on it. I haven't fired it yet, but we shall see. The packaging on it was pretty stunning, though. Everything came in, like, you know, brown, nice wooden boxes with wax seals. Spare parts came in this little brown package with a red wax seal on it. I just hope that the mod is as good as the packaging. So, sorry about that. Yeah, I mentioned this before the show. I apologize in advance if I cough into the microphone. I'm going to try not to, but I do have a little bit of a cold. So, but the show must go on despite Vaughn trying to shut us down for the night. And last but not least, this is one I didn't even know that this was going to happen, but I got on a list for this a long time ago, and the modder decided to make them. This is the Hellfire Micro Mini. Up until fairly recently, only one of these existed, and now there's a whole bunch of them out in the wild. So I'll be reviewing that on the show in the near future. That is a wee tiny atomizer that I'm imagining is going to have a ridiculous flavor. It showed up while I was away last week, and I haven't had a chance to set it up yet, which is just terrible, but we'll be reviewing that very soon. So there you have it. That's Vape Mail for tonight. So let's move on, and we are going to do another giveaway. This next giveaway is from my friends over at E6 Vapors, who make some awesome juice and have a nice selection of other stuff on their website as well. This giveaway is for 3 18 milliliter bottles of juice, so another big giveaway. This is for 54 milliliters of juice, so pretty damn good. You get to pick 3 flavors. You get to pick the nicotine level, and if you have PGVG requirements, you can pick PGVG ratio as well. So let's see here. See what we got in the room. Reset and randomize. Dude Man 1975 is the winner, unless you would like to pass, Dude Man. Give me a confirmation in chat, please, Dude Man 1975. Please. No, hit me up. I'm not sure if that means... Oh, okay, you would love it. Not sure if that means you won it or not. Okay, great. Congratulations. So I am going to send you a message in chat with my email address. What you need to do is you need to go to e6vapors.com. You need to pick out 3 flavors that you want. Send me an email with the subject, E6 Vapors Win. Include the 3 flavors, the nicotine level that you want, If you want a custom VG/PG ratio, put that in there too. And please remember to put your shipping address in there as well. That's very important. So congratulations. The dude does abide. In fact, I have a shirt that it's like those Obama Hope shirts that say Hope on the bottom, but it's a picture of the dude and it says Abide on the bottom. I'll have to wear that during the show sometime. But congratulations, dude, man. I am going to move on and we're going to start doing reviews. So first up we have the F20 by Mr. Frost. So we're going to do the short review, as short a review as we can on this guy. So let me run down the specs while I show you what this thing looks like. Hold on. So the F20 by Mr. Frost Mods. This is the F20. One moment. There we go. Nice and focused. So this is the F20 from Mr. Frost Mods. I will show you a link here in just a second so you can see some more information about it. The price is 380 PLN, Polish currency, for all 3 tubes shipped. That's about 125 bucks for all 3 battery tubes. It's pretty good. The tube is made of stainless steel, has a diameter slightly larger than 20 millimeter, even though it's called the F20. It's 20.4 millimeters. It is available in 3 different tube sizes, obviously. You have a choice of switch, whether you want steel or brass for the switch. The switch has neodymium magnets in it, so no springs attached. What? And then the switch is secured with a C-clip. Now, first off, before I start taking this guy apart, like I've been doing recently on the reviews, I just want to talk about the voltage loss under load. So the performance of the device, how, you'll hear people refer to how hard it hits. Basically, that just means, how much power is actually getting to the coil. As you'll lose power through the device, depending on the design. Now, this guy hits very hard. 0.09 volt loss under load at 2.0 ohms. That was initial before a week's worth of use. It has brass contacts, so I always test afterward if it's got contacts that will oxidize over time. After a week's worth of use, it dropped down by 0.01 to 0.1 volt loss under load at 2.0 ohms. That's after 1 week of use. So very, very good performing device. And this is with the upgraded telescoping tube, or telescoping screw as well, which in theory could potentially affect the performance negatively because there's more threading for the current to travel through. But it still hits very, very hard. Very impressed with that. So let me get you guys a link real quick and then we'll take this apart. The link is going to take you to Vaporwall. If you're not a Vaporwall member, I apologize, but this is... Yep, the GKMF fits on it perfectly, and that is slightly more than 20 millimeters as well. So first off, we have the switch. Let me get a little closer here with the focus. Hold on. All right. There. So this is the switch. See the little F design on there? There you go. From Mr. Frost. And it's got the little snowflake for Frost on there. Pretty nice little logo, I think. You have a lock ring that's slightly knurled. Very, very smooth. Does require a good amount of turning, but it's nice and smooth. The switch assembly, pretty straightforward. You have that C-clip, Delrin insulated, so you don't have to worry about whether or not your battery has an insulation coating around the outside. And then you have the contact point right there, and obviously the C-clip that's holding that in place. And like I said, there are magnets inside this guy, no springs. The throw is pretty short, and I did not have any issues with the switch being stiff at all. It's nice and smooth. So the battery tube has a kind of a light machine brushed finish on it, as you can see. Pardon me. And then inside the device, and this is something that was upgraded by Mr. Frost, you have the dual, oops, oh, on the floor. Where'd you go? Great. Well, if there's any scratches on this, they weren't on there before. Hold on a sec. You have the dual telescoping positive pin right there. Dual knurled. Very easy to manipulate. And that's in a Delrin insulation. Flat top cap, as you can see. So it's really designed to be used with a Jenny or a rebuildable dripper. Something that you don't need airflow through the bottom. Yeah, and it does make a nice metallic sound when it hits the ground. Great. So that's the close-up. Let's talk about this guy a little bit here. So I want to tell you guys a little bit, a quick story about customer service I received from Mr. Frost, and I know that other people have received from him as well. So he did not do the shipping himself, the initial batch, and some people had issues with the devices showing up damaged. I was one of them. Like I said, I ordered all 3 tubes, and my device showed up in a bag with the tubes rattling around inside one bag inside of bubble wrap. So they were all banging into each other all the way from Poland. Was not thrilled about that, as you can imagine. So I contacted Mr. Frost about that, and Mr. Frost replied almost immediately, apologizing and saying that he was going to replace the tubes for me. And he not only did he replace the tubes, but he actually sent me an entirely new mod. Now, I would assume that, sometimes people kiss my ass a little bit because I do reviews. But that is not the case with this gentleman. I know of other people that have similar experiences with him. So right on, Mr. Frost. Appreciate the excellent customer service. It's great. I mean, he had that thing shipped like next day. So very, very impressed with the customer service from him. They were initially going to charge for the telescoping positive pin upgrade as well, but send those out for free. Didn't charge for shipping or anything. So, I love to see the great customer service. So that's awesome. Now, regarding the device, I think it's a good looking device. Personal preference, of course. I like the banding on it. It's nothing fancy. It's a pretty simple tube mod that has some, groove patterns on it, and it's got a cool little logo on the bottom. But it performs extremely well. The only issue that I've had with it is an issue that I have with Hellfire devices. I don't even know if it's really an issue with the device or as so much as it is an issue with Hellfire Addies. I know, sacrilege, but truth of the matter is Hellfire Addies have longer 510 connection than most other atomizers. So, excuse me. So when this is screwed down all the way, this is a Hellfire dripper I have on top here. You will see there is a dreaded gap there. That's as far down as she'll go, sadly. But that is the case with a number of other mods that I have as well. So, but it still performs exceptionally well. That's the only issue that I had with the device. It hits like a truck. It feels nice. I like the feel of the button. It's got real short throw when you have the battery in there. It's got safety features, battery vents, and it looks really nice with the GKMF, which is a really good Genesis style atomizer as well. So, yeah, the gap is not a huge deal and only something that you're going to experience on devices that have a 510 connection that is a little bit longer than standard. So we take a vape off of it. Yes, it hits hard. So, yes, very good. Try not to cough from this damn cold. I thought the menthol vape might help a little bit. So, yeah, I really like this device, and the price is reasonable. The fact that you can get shipped all 3 tubes for 125 bucks for a really good performing device, I definitely recommend this. If you have a 20 millimeter Addy you want to put on there, or if you have a GKMF, definitely recommend you pick up an F20. They've been out for a little bit now. I think there may be an open list for them right now. I'm actually not 100% sure if the list is currently open or not, but I'm sure they're going to make more of them. So there you go. That is the F20 from Mr. Frost Mods. Definitely give it a thumbs up and recommend it. Performance on it's excellent, and I think it's a nice, clean-looking mod for a very reasonable price. So, oh, I'm sorry. I posted the link already, Brando, but I will post it again. It's a Vaporwall link. So there you go. Nice, clean look. Let's see. We're gonna do another giveaway. This giveaway is going to be from a new store that you may have heard of called Giant Vapes. So first off, we're going to do a little something special for you guys. If anybody is interested in taking a look at giantvapes.com, there's the link. This is my store. I own this store with my partner, and we're doing something special for the Vape On viewers on the show, you guys, those that came to the show live. This is a coupon code for you guys. If anybody's interested in purchasing some juice from us, this will go until the end of the night. Please don't share it outside the group. This is just for the viewers of the show that are on right now, but that's it right there. All caps, Vape On 10. That'll get you 10% off of your purchase if you need to get any juice. It is US only for now. We're going to open up to international eventually. We're just making sure that we have all the laws straight because we don't want to be breaking any. So there you have it. Yeah, I know, Darren. No shipping to the UK yet. Don't worry, we're working on it. So that's 10% off for you guys. That coupon code is only going to be active until the end of the night tonight. So we'll probably do something different for the next show as well. So if you're interested in picking anything up, there you have. Now, as far as the giveaway goes, we're going to give away a $20 gift certificate to Giant Vapes. Oh, and here's our Facebook page too, if you guys want to check that out. So $20 gift certificate. Let's see here. Oops, forgot to do that. There we go. Let's see what we got in the room. All right. Now, and I apologize if you are not in the U.S. and you win this, because this is going to be U.S. only. If you're not in the U.S., I'm going to have to pass on to the next person. So we're working on it, though. Miggity. You in the U.S.? And do you want a $20 gift certificate to my shop? If no to either of those, then it's going to move on to Dino. I do need you to confirm in chat, though, please. All right, very good. Congratulations. I am going to... I'm actually going to send you a coupon code after the show. So I'm going to send you my email address. If you could just send me your email address and put subject Giant Vapes Win, I'll reply with the coupon code for you for the $20 gift certificate. So hold on one sec while I find you in chat. Alright, here you go. That is my email address. So shoot that on when you have a second. Congratulations, and let us move on again. We're going to do another review. This one is for the, I know Dino, yours is coming. This is for the Sirius SS II by Vape Art. So this is the second iteration of the Sirius. Let's get off autofocus so we can show this guy to you. And let me get my atomizer off here too. I didn't drop it on the floor that time. The Sirius, hold on, there we go. So this is the Sirius 2 from Vape Art, okay? This guy is very, very reasonably priced for a high-end mechanical mod. I will give you guys a link here in just a second. But just to give you a price list here. One tube body, the way that these are sold is you buy individual tube bodies in whatever battery size you want, and then you buy a top, a head for it, they call it. So if you want to just get one tube size and one head, you're looking at really, really inexpensive for a high-end device. The brushed tube bodies run for 15.5 euros each. The brushed head is 33.90. So you're looking at just under 50 euros for a complete mechanical mod, which is just under 70 bucks. So pretty damn good. You know, that's not shipped, but he ships airmail, so the shipping is pretty inexpensive too. So you can actually get, you know, a good quality mechanical mod for right around 80 bucks, which is pretty good nowadays. So, you know, with the prices just going up and up and up and up on these things. The spare parts are €8.61, and then you can also get polished tube bodies and polished head for it. Polished head. The polished tube bodies are €23.10, and the polished head for the low price of €38.50. So, yeah, it's pretty good price. It's made of 304 stainless steel and brass. Has an adjustable positive pin, top and side firing switch, as you can see here, which we'll show more closely later. It's available in all three 18 series battery tubes, and it is 21 millimeters in diameter. Now let me get you guys the link, and then we'll do the breakdown. Hold on a sec. So this is link for Vape Art. There you go. It is a Greek website. This is made in Greece. So first off, I'll show you the battery tube. So the battery tube body on this guy is actually all one piece. So I don't know if you can see down inside there, but there's a spring down in the bottom. But this is actually all one piece. You can see I got the brushed finish. Okay. But that brass bottom cap, that is attached. That is not coming off. At least I tried to get it off and it didn't come off. And you can see it has a battery vent hole in the bottom as well, which I think I can look through and see you guys. So that's the tube. Very simple. Does not have a standard threading on it though. It's 21 millimeter, like I said. Here is the base. You have the brass connection pin to the bottom that you can actually pull this out, and this piece of insulation around it, that whole thing pops out if you need to disassemble the switch. On the opposite side, you have a 3 airflow groove 510 connection, and that pin inside is adjustable. I'll show you that here. Comes off very easily, and then you have that positive pin adjustment there. You can see it is a flathead screwdriver. Okay, now the switch, this is pretty interesting design. So it's similar to the switch functionally in a 69 mod, where you have, so it's that brass washer. What that does is when you press the side switch here, it moves that washer so that the washer on the bottom side touches the brass screw that's in contact with the battery, and then on the other side it touches the brass screw that's inside the 510 connection. Okay, so put that back on here. I'll show you the engravings on here as well. They do look pretty nice, I think. Maybe a little overdone, but I think they look decent. So, and then you can see the engravings on here. Vape Art, Sirius 2. It's named after the star, Sirius, by GS, which I think is the real name of the person who owns Vape Art. So, and then on the other side, GR13 number 57, and there's your switch. Little side firing switch. It's slightly recessed. So the switch does not lock, but it's recessed enough that, you know, I've never had any problems with it firing on its own. So now here's the bad news. You know, I really wanted this device to be amazing because of the price point. However, in testing, and it is certainly noticeable as well, the device has some pretty hefty voltage loss. So, and I'm sure that it has everything to do with the switch design and the fact that the negative end of the battery is on a big old honkin' spring on the bottom there. But the device has it had a 0.28 volt loss under load at 2 ohms, which is very significant. And that was initially. And then a 0.29 volt loss under load at 2 ohms after about a week of use, so after a little bit of buildup on the brass. So I was very disappointed with that, you know, because like I said, the price point's really good, the modder's really nice, the customer service is great. He actually upgraded the switch shortly after I purchased this, and a number of other people purchased it, and he just sent the switch parts out to everybody for free. Didn't even ask if they wanted them, like, you know, and seems like a really great guy too. So I was a little sad about that, but here's the thing. You know, with the price as low as it is, and it still being a very well built device, I mean, you know, it's very durable and it's certainly sturdy. If you're using rebuildables, you know, you can adjust for voltage loss by just wrapping a slightly lower ohm coil. You know, you won't get the battery life that you would, obviously, you know, out of something that's going to hit a little bit harder. But, you know, I mean, I wouldn't completely throw this device to the wind just because of the fact that it does have the, you know, the significant voltage loss, just because the price point is so low on it. But sadly, it does have voltage loss issues, so, you know, what are you going to do? But take a vape. The switch will work with a flat top battery, yes. But, you know, I mean, I'm still getting a decent vape out of it. It's just, I wrapped this coil for another mod that hits harder, so I would need to wrap a new coil to use it on this guy and really get the vape that I want, probably take a loop off of it. So, so yeah, a little disappointed. I can't really give it I can't give it my recommendation. But again, you know, I also am not going to give this a thumbs down just because the price point is reasonable. The customer service is great too, so hopefully it'll make some improvements to it and we'll see a better switch in the future. But yeah, so it gets a sideways thumb, I guess. But Anyway, that is the Sirius from Vape Art. Let's move on. We're going to do another giveaway. Cranking through the reviews tonight, doing the short versions. You guys probably like that better anyway. What do we got next? We're going to do a giveaway from Vape Syndicate, if I can find the Vape Syndicate giveaway screen here. Alright, here we go. So, Vape Syndicate, we're going to give away a 30 milliliter bottle from Vape Syndicate. You get to pick the flavor. You get to pick the nick level, and if you need a custom VG-PG ratio, do that too. So, let's see here. Let me reset, start, and here we go. Medler. Oh, Cleveland Steamer in second. That's a great name, by the way. Medler, give me a confirmation if you want the juice from Vape Syndicate. I very much enjoy their juice. They were really the brand that kind of got me back into tobacco vapes, because they do like tobacco sweet kind of RY4 type stuff that's not real tobacco-y. And I really like them a lot. Jungle Fever is actually one of my favorites, and I really like Throat Yogurt too. That one's got a little bit of menthol in it. So, all right, congratulations then, Medler. I am going to send you a message in chat with my email address. All you got to do is send me an email with Vape Syndicate winner as the subject. Send me the flavor that you want after you go to vapesyndicate.com, the PG-VG ratio that you want if you need a custom one, and also include your nicotine level in there too, and obviously make sure you include your shipping address in there as well. So congratulations, Medler. Here comes my email. All right, there you go. Congrats. And time for one more review. We are going to talk about the Copperhead from JonBoyUSMC. So, the Copperhead. Excuse me. Try not to cough on you guys. The Copperhead is from, like I said, JonBoyUSMC. Here is a link for you guys. And also, I'm going to post a link to the pre-order form if you guys are interested in ordering one of these. Actually, I'll answer that for you real quick, dude, man. Basically, I have a little cylinder that's got a 510 connection on it on both ends, a male and female 510. Screw it onto the device. You measure what the battery voltage is at without putting an atomizer on it, and then screw the atomizer onto the end of it, and then fire it again. And the difference between the two is the amount of voltage loss under load. I always use the same atomizer when I test so that I can compare across the board. When you see people doing like voltage loss tests on like a 0.5 ohm, low ohm build, it's really inaccurate. There can be a lot of fluctuation there, so I always use 2 ohm atomizer and then compare from there. So that's why I do it the way that I do. All right, so let's talk about the Copperhead. So the Copperhead, hold on a sec. It now comes with a sweet drip tip, which Dino decided not to give me, but this is the Copperhead hybrid with a little bit of copper patina on there, so you can see I've been using it for a little while now. Let me get the focus a little better here. There we go. So the Copperhead, I just gave you guys both of the links. The Copperhead is $320 plus shipping, so it is not a cheap device, but it is a hybrid, so you have the atomizer and the mod built into one device. It also does come with a sweet drip tip. I do not have said sweet drip tip. It is available in 18350 or 18490 battery size. The 18350 weighs approximately 5.5 ounces and is 4.5 inches tall. The the 18490 is 5.9 ounces and is about 5 inches tall. The materials used are copper alloy 101 and stainless steel. The contact on the positive end is silver-plated brass, but it does not go through the length of the atomizer, so you don't have silver-plated brass in contact with the juice. Everything that's in contact with the juice is 316 stainless steel or glass. The air hole standard is 1.2 millimeter. The wick hole is 3 millimeters, and the fill hole is 2.5 millimeters. And there is a battery vent hole that you can see down on the bottom here that lines up directly with the wick hole and thus the air hole as well. So that looks pretty cool. And then the pardon me, the glass is flame polished fused quartz used for the tank. So, all right, so we'll take this guy apart. Sorry. Okay, more close up. The switch, first of all, JB for John Boy, and you can see it's got that C-clip in there. I think that's technically a C-clip, I don't know. But that is holding that button in place right there. This little guy. Okay. The throw on this is very, very short, and you'll be able to see from the side here. This is firing the device, not firing. Firing, not firing. If you use a longer battery, it will shorten the throw because the battery size is self-adjusting, or the inside is self-adjusting for battery size. I'll show you what I mean by that here. So, inside the switch, you have this Delrin piece right here, which, as you can see, you can push down, okay? And what that does is that automatically adjusts for variances in battery size. It is designed for AW batteries, but you can use other batteries. I know eFests will fit, and it'll give you a little bit shorter throw. And as you can see, when you press on the switch, that little copper piece comes in contact with the bottom of your battery, okay? The tube itself is, I think, are these going to be available in brushed and polished? I don't recall. But this is a brushed copper tube, as you can see, with my grubby fingerprints and some patina all over it. And then you have the battery vent hole right there, which, like I showed you guys, lines up with the air hole on your tank on the Genesis end. Okay, so it looks nice, I think. I like the look of the patinaed copper too, but you know, that's personal preference. The tank portion, here you have it. It has that kind of curved top to it, curves up to the 510 drip tip. There's the 1.2 milliliter air hole. Pretty clean look. That threads directly onto the body of the device, obviously, and that's all stainless steel that's in contact with the glass, like I mentioned. And this is the silver-plated brass positive contact that I mentioned before. Okay, let me thread this back on, and we'll take a look under the hood. So under the top cap, which is on very, very snug, by the way. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm shaking the hell out of it, and it is not coming off, I assure you. Let's see here. Hold on. Oh, what am I doing? It's threaded. Haha. Wow. Can you tell I'm out of it tonight? So anyway, it's a threaded top cap. Haha. We'll show you the inside of the top cap here in just a second. You can see here 3 millimeter wick hole. It's a nice big wick in there, so makes for good wicking without having any issues with you know, dry hits, even if you do like a lower ohm build, which you will not need to do on this, and I'll explain why in a little bit. Thumb screw, knurled, really easy to set up, that positive post there. Negative is just a standard screw. It's a Phillips head. You don't need any kind of fancy Allen keys or anything. And then there's the 2.5 millimeter fill hole on there as well. So real easy setup, single coil only. You only need a single coil though, and I'll explain why here in just a moment. Sorry. So, let me thread this bad boy back on. So something that I want to warn you about with this device, which is actually something that's really good about this device at the same time, is this thing hits ridiculously hard, okay? So I actually built a, I talked to Dino, who's one of the modders, works with JonBoy, and he told me that it hits really hard. So I was like, okay, whatever, Dino. Which is pretty much how I respond to everything that he says. Okay, whatever, Dino. And hopefully he's in the room here. So yeah, he is. So, and just for poops and giggles, I figured I'll throw an extra wrap on there than what I usually build, just in case this thing really does hit like a truck. And so I did closer to a 1 ohm build. I'm usually around like 0.7, 0.8. There he is. I'm usually around like 0.7, 0.8 on my single coil Jenny builds, and this one I built right around 1 ohm, just to see. Boy, let me tell you, he was not kidding. This thing hits like a freight train. It's ridiculous. I mean, I have this set up with, like with a 1 ohm coil, like I said, and this thing is just cracking. It's ridiculous. And the flavor is fantastic. The vapor production's very, very good as well. I'm probably going to make myself cough, but I'm going to just take a vape here. Vapor production is very, very good. And this is just a 1.2 millimeter air hole, so it's not, bored out to get crazy, vapor clouds. But it hits really hard, and I don't think that I would enjoy this as much with a wrap taken off. I think it would be too hot. I would need to probably put a cable wick in here in order for the wick to keep up, because it hits so damn hard. Which is a good thing. I mean, a hard-hitting device, you can put a higher ohm coil on it. It's going to save you battery life. So, aside from, if you like a warm vape, obviously you want something that's going to hit hard. So, man, does this do the trick? Hold on, I'm going to take another vape. It's good. Yeah, it's funny that you say that, Karen, because I actually did almost the same thing. I didn't run it all the way down to 2.7, but I ran my battery down way further than I usually do before I even realized that the battery was going on it. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy good. The flavor is really, really pronounced. And actually, I didn't show you guys under the top cap. I'm sorry. The inside of the top cap is very, very small. You got to realize how high that atomizer deck is. Hold on a sec. There's not a lot of room in there. See that on the side? That's all threading. So, most of that is actually filled up by the atomizer deck. So it's not. There's not a lot of room in there. And another thing too that I really like about this is, and this is something that I've said about other devices before, but sometimes with a device that has threading, you'll get a little bit of seepage out from between the thread top cap and the glass. But it's not a problem with this, and you also don't have any issue with the wick hole lining up with the air hole at all. As you can see, it lines up perfectly here. And the reason for that is, and I'm going to try to get this to autofocus, but if you can see down on the base of the, jeez, down the base of the glass here, there's actually an O-ring underneath the glass. So what that does is that provides you tension when you screw the top down, and it makes that seal really, really tight on the top because that O-ring is actually pushing the tank up into the top cap while you thread it down. So really like that too. You know, it gives you a little bit of a gap there between the glass and the tank, but it's barely noticeable. So yeah, I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with this device. The only issue that I had with it was something that was, and this is actually one of the late prototypes, so the only issue that I had with it was something that has actually been corrected, and that was the drip tip hole was a little bit too tight, and I only had a couple of drip tips that would fit in it. But that has been corrected in the production version. The drip tip hole's a tiny bit bigger, and it accommodates any 510 drip tip now. So yeah, I think it's a cool looking device. It's got a nice clean look. I do like the look of the copper. I think it looks really nice once it grows a little bit of patina on there. And yeah, I'm very happy with it overall. Love the performance. It hits unbelievable. Yeah, I can't really say enough good things about it. The flavor's great. The vapor's great. The warmth is great. It's a winner. So there you have it. That's the Copperhead from JonBoyUSMC. I didn't test the voltage loss on this, and it's because the way that I test the voltage loss is with a 510 little cylinder thing that screws onto the top of the mod. So you can do it if you use a multimeter. I just, you know, it's kind of a pain in the butt with a hybrid. You really need 3 hands to do it. So you got to put, or I mean, you could do it with alligator clips too, but basically you connect one to the positive and the negative up in the top, and then fire the button to get the voltage readout. But anyway, I guess I'm just lazy, and I only do it with mods, not with hybrids. So it hits hard, though, I assure you. Whew. So yeah, there you have it. That is the Copperhead from JonBoyUSMC. I am definitely a big fan. Let's do, wow, I really powered through the reviews tonight. We're actually going to finish on time. So we're going to do one more giveaway. Yeah, but that's not the same. So it's not 0.15, 0.17 loss under load at 2 ohms though. That maybe that's maybe at sub ohm or 1 ohm. It hits a lot harder than that, John Boy. If you put a 2 ohm coil on this, I would bet money that it doesn't have a voltage loss above 0.08, just with how hard the thing hits. So yeah, it's impressive. Well done. I didn't even realize you were in the room. How's it going? Oh, that's on a 1 ohm coil. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. I do all the tests on mine on 2 ohm coils, just so it's consistent across the board. So, yeah, you're right, Hanzo. I mean, there is a way to do it. It's tougher with a hybrid because with the mods, I can do it with a standard 510 Addy so that it's the same resistance every time. When you do it with a hybrid, you have to build the coil yourself, so there's going to be some inconsistency, you know. And I hate to compare something that's got like a 1.8 ohm coil to something that's got a 2.2 ohm coil, because that can cause that'll cause a variation in the readout, and I'm just trying to keep it consistent. So, but you're right, I can do it. I have a multimeter. I have the ability to do it. So I guess I can do that for the future. But it hits really, really hard. It's good. So, anyway, let's do this giveaway from Boondock Vapes, and then we can chat some more because we'll have some time to do Q&A. So, Boondock Vapes is going to give away a sample pack of 6 milliliter bottles. You get 4 6 milliliter bottles if you win. So let's see what we got in the room. All right, 100 even. Nice. And reset. And randomize. And Cleveland Steamer has won. Second place earlier, and you're the winner this time. Cleveland Steamer, please give me a confirmation if you want the 4 6 milliliter bottles of juice from Boondock Vapes, please. Do need a confirmation though, please. Come on, Cleveland. Don't fall asleep on me. Uh-oh. It's gonna go on to Doggin if we don't get a confirmation from Cleveland Steamer. I'm going to give it until 9:43 by my clock on my computer. Actually, we'll go 9:43 by the chat clock. That's better. Come on, Cleveland. Wake up. You just won some juice, but I need you to confirm. Congrats, Doggin. Doggin, you want some free juice? Pass to Little Bo Peep. That's very nice of you. All right, Little Bo Peep, I need you to confirm. Do you want some juice from Boondock Vapes? Another great name. Come on, Little Bo Peep. Oh, please. Please answer me in chat, please. Yay! Alright, there she is. Alright, congratulations, Little Bo Peep. I am going to send you a message in chat with my email address. What you're going to do is you're going to go to boondockvapes.com. You're going to pick out 4 flavors that you want. Then you're going to send me an email with the subject Boondock Vapes Win. And in the email, please include the 4 flavors, the nicotine level you want. If you need a custom PG-VG ratio, include that as well. And make sure you put your shipping address in there too. So hopefully you got all that. And here is my email address coming across in chat. Congratulations. All right, very good. So we are going to spend the last 15 minutes of the show, just doing some chit-chat. Hold on. Anything you want to talk about that you saw on the show tonight? Anything that you have any questions about? Vaping related, not vaping related? Anything about upcoming devices, whatever you want to talk about. We do open forum at the end of the show for 15 minutes just because, the show's content heavy. I have a tough time keeping track of what's going on in chat, and I often miss questions, and I apologize for that, but that's why we have the Q&A at the end of the show. So I haven't seen the Anatolian mod, actually, Norway. If you want to shoot me a link on Facebook, I'll check it out. What do I think of the Valkyrie so far? I think it's really cool. I love dripping, and I think it's a really nice looking hybrid. I really like the way that the lock ring works on it. I think it looks really cool. So we'll see once I set it up, but you know, at least my first impression of it is very positive. I think it looks pretty badass. So, there was not a mod giveaway tonight, Vape and Devil. I don't know if you saw the announcement I did for the show tonight, but iHybrid Mods did not do a giveaway tonight because he is preparing some stuff that is not done yet for next week, and we'll be doing 2 giveaways next week, and it'll be a very special surprise, apparently something that we haven't seen yet. So we'll be doing that next week, and I'm also going to have Gixxer, the creator of the Diablo hybrid, the Diablo 1, and some other stuff that he's working on as well. He's actually going to be on the show next week, so we're going to review the Diablo 1, and we're going to spend about a half hour, maybe a little longer, actually chatting with Gixxer. He'll be here, and we'll be doing a little interview with him. So that should be cool. And I think he's going to give something special away on the show next week too. So we got a lot of mods to give away next week. That'll be fun. The socks are killing them. What's the score, Griff? You like the red shirt? You won't like it after you see this. So on Giant Vapes, so the way it works is the juices that we have on Giant Vapes are all whatever the standard VG-PG ratio is that the vendors offer. So the vast majority of them are actually 70 VG, 30 PG, but the rest of them are whatever the standard that's offered by the vendor. And a lot of them don't actually reveal the ratio, which is why we don't have it listed on the website in most cases. So, but most of the juices are actually higher VG than PG. I haven't tried the Axis yet, Evil Frog. I would, if you have a link for me, if you could send it to me over on Facebook, that would be cool though. Let's see. Oh, nice. And Dino and JonBoy are actually working on a dripper that's going to attach to the Copperhead. Cow food, I don't know the answer to that question about the drip tip touching. I did not have a problem with it personally. In fact, there's quite a bit of space. So I'm assuming it has been. Oh, thanks, Tenzo. Let's see. Oh, nice, okay, it was fixed. Oh, sweet, we're up 5-0, awesome. What do I think of mod clones? Are they a waste of money? Yes, but not for the reason that you're thinking. I think that I personally don't like clones kind of from a moral standpoint. I have absolutely no problem with buying inexpensive devices. You know, and there's plenty of stuff that's coming out of China, like the Magneto from SmokeTech, for example, is an inexpensive, good performing mechanical mod that's not a clone of anything. I just don't support clones of existing modders' work. You know, I mean, the modders are craftsmen, and they put in a lot of effort into this stuff, and when clones of the devices come out, it's really you know, insulting, and you know, it's basically a counterfeit. You know, we've gotten to the point now where they're like one-to-one clones, and I mean, really, it's a counterfeit device. You know, and yeah, I just can't get on board with that, especially when you can buy, like I said, you know, other devices that maybe are not, you know, I don't know if maybe they're not as cool because it doesn't look just like a Chi-Yu or a Nemesis or whatever, but there's other devices that perform exceptionally well, like the Magneto is the first one that comes to mind, that isn't a clone and is still reasonably priced. You know, I would recommend going with something like that before you look into supporting, you know, a company that's making straight up clones of another person's work. So, let's see. Alright. Let's see. Check the position of the wick in the hole. That fixed it a little, but it's still getting hot between the post and the wick after 2 seconds of burning. It might... it's tough to say without seeing it, Giant Vape. Is it glowing way... Is it glowing when you have juice in there? Is it glowing when the top gets dry? Is it burning off the juice before it starts glowing? Because it may just be that the wick isn't wicking well enough, and that's why you're getting the glow on the top. It's best to make sure that it glows evenly before you put juice in, if you've already put juice in. So you might want to take the juice out, burn it off, and then try to get it to glow evenly before you put the juice in. Hope that helps. It's really hard since I can't see it though. I know you're trying to explain it in chat, but let's see. Nice. Am I sitting on the toilet in the bathroom? No, I'm actually sitting in the warehouse of Giant Vapes right now. So that's why it looks different than you're used to with the curtains in the background. I'm doing the show from work. So, oh, Gixer's accent's not that bad, Griff. Come on. I hung out with him down at ECC. He speaks English better than half my friends around here. So, I have no accent. Where did it go? You know, that's funny. You're not the first person that's asked me that. I pronounce my R's, and which is strange being from southern New England, but I'm not really sure. I just never had one. Neither of my parents are from here, though, so that's probably why. My dad's from Germany, and my mother is from all over the place. So my mom's got actually a little bit of a Jersey accent, so thank God I didn't end up with that. So I guess I get it from my dad then. He doesn't have he didn't have an accent. So, what mod or addy do I always go back to? Well, not much, to be honest with you, Darren, because I'm always using the stuff that I'm reviewing the next week. But my go-to addies are the Hellfire Dripper, the Griffin, which is also a dripper, and I really like the Origin dripper as well. I really prefer dripping with a mesh build to Jenny's lately. And for a mod, anything that performs well. I don't really have I mean, I love the Caravella, of course, but you know, other than that, I don't know, it's tough to say. I really like the Ramble, actually. I think that one's a really good one. I'm glad there's more of those coming out, because that thing performs amazingly well. Yeah, but there's so many good ones that are all kind of on the same plane, like the Nemesis, you know, the Caravella, the Templar, Ramble, you know, all of those that perform about the same, and it's really just kind of a question of aesthetics, what you prefer, and the difference in the size that you prefer, and it gets down to personal preference when you have a bunch of devices that perform equally well, you know. So, let's see. When am I reviewing the Kraken? Soon, probably a couple weeks. Next week I'm just reviewing the Diablo 1, and then we're going to do the interview with Gixer, but I might do it the week after that, so, but soon. I have never lost a mod of my beard, no, Jay Gator. Let's see. I am not married, and I do not have children, Norway. Are you hitting on me? Let's see. Why would someone choose flat top or button top battery in a non-telescoping mod? I don't know, Hanzo. I'm not really sure. I guess it would depend on the device that you're using. I mean, with some devices, if you can actually put the battery in upside down, and a button top versus a flat top will change the throw if it's a bottom switch. So that's one reason. Also, flat tops generally work better with a kick if you want to use a kick or a crown. Other than that, though, it doesn't really make too much of a difference unless there's something about the design of the device that would prevent you from using either a flat top or a button top. I have an Odachi. I'm going to be reviewing it. I haven't used it yet, though, Troy. But I'll be reviewing it on the show soon. Low budget mechanical, I'd say the Magneto from Smoke Tech. Nice, Norway. I haven't tried the GBB22 yet. I do have it, and we'll be reviewing that in the near future. I have quite a backlog, actually, guys, so I think I have enough stuff to review all the way through Christmas right now, and I'm not joking. Maybe even more than that. So, and I still have 2 pipe shows that I have to do, too, on top of all the other stuff. So I've actually put kind of a hold on buying for now, except for devices that seem particularly innovative, or if a modder, reaches out to me and begs me to review something, which has happened. But so yeah, I need to catch up. During No Shave November, I thought it was called Movember, and you were supposed to grow a mustache. I didn't know that November was No Shave November, but if it is, then I definitely will grow my beard out, I promise. Alright, guys. Well, it's just about 10. I think we got through all the questions. Thank you guys for hanging out. Custom Wood, let me hit you up on Facebook and we can talk about that. No-shember. Interesting. So it's not Movember anymore. Now it's No-shember. Alright, we'll check that out. But, alright, well, thank you guys for coming by. Sorry about all the technical issues. I know that the frame rate's been crap for the last part of the show, too. I apologize. There's nothing I can do for it on my end, but we'll hopefully have a better, smoother show next week. So, thanks, everyone, for coming by. Make sure you tune in for the Diablo show next week. That'll be fun. Alright. Have a great night, guys. Bye.